Welcome, dear friends. Today's topic is electoral system. We are living in the age of democracy. Democracy is the government of the people, by the people, and for the people. But how government is run by the people? It is through representative. They choose representative, and representative make law and execute them in place of them. And to make this system work, there is another system, that is electoral system, electoral machinery, independence election system, that make people choose their representative. In India, here we have universal adult franchise. It means those who are adult, 18 years of age, they participate in election. There are so many challenges in election also here in India. There are different methods of elections, direct election, indirect elections, and they have their merits and demerits too. So, and how the voting behavior is influenced, all these are related to this system, electoral system. So, in this topic, we will do the questions, MCQs, Qs, fill in the blanks and other questions, and we'll try to know the answers. Let us begin with multiple choice question. What is the minimum age of voting in India? It is 18 years of age. 18 साल का adult माना जाता है, and that is the age. In which year was the first general election held? It was held in 1952. D is the answer. The Election Commission of India is a constitutional body, एक संवैधानिक body है, याद रखना आप. Who can remove the chief election commissioner from office? The President of India. Which voting system is used in India for general election? It is first past the post. जिसको ज़्यादा मिल गया वो वाला सिस्टम है ये, FP, first past the post. In India, elections are held for which of the following levels of government? Central level, yes. State level, yes. Local level, yes. It means the answer is all of the above, D. How many states and union territories are there in India? There are right now 28 states and 28 union territories. So, answer is A. Which article of the Indian Constitution deals with the composition and the power of the Election Commission? Composition and the power, it is 324. Article 324 to 329 deals with Election Commission and all the powers and things. Keep in mind. Next is, what is not a requirement to contest for the Lok Sabha election? Must be citizen India, must be at least 25 year age, must be resident of the constituency for constituency, okay, and must hold a college degree. It is not required. So, D is the answer. The term secret ballot means that voter cast their votes in secret locations. Voters' choices are kept confidential. Yes, this would be the answer. Voting is done in isolation without any observer. No. Voters use a special type of ink for voting. So, B is the answer. Voters' choice are kept confidential. Representative Act, People Act 1950 was amended in which year? It was amended in 1988. The monthly salary of Chief Election Commission of India is 2.5 lakh. So 2.5 lakh है, 2,50,000. The election procedure includes delimitation of constituency, right? Election campaign, yes. Use of electronic machines, yes. All of the above, yes. So all of the above is the answer. Delimitation commission works under the supervision of the chief election commissioner. The none of the above option was introduced in Indian elections in 2013. Which political party won the most seats in first Lok Sabha election in 1952? Indian National Congress, A is the answer. Who decides the election petition against elected candidate? High Court. Who announces the election date in India? The Election Commission. The answer is C, Election Commission. How many general elections of Lok Sabha have been held in India till date? It is 18. Right? Check it, not 17. And if it is wrong, comment in the answer section. The election method by which the representatives are directly elected by the voter is called the direct election method. So answer is A, direct election method. Which of the following is responsible for low level of political participation? Which of the following is responsible for? So again, which of the following is responsible for low level of participation? Illiteracy, corruption, poverty, none of the above. These are responsible, keep in mind. So above all, here it should have been the all of the above. So D answer would be the all of the above. Which of the following factors influence voting behavior? Racism, religion, linguism, and the answer would be all of the above. It should be all of the above, D. All the factors influence voting behavior in our country, we know that. Political participation means people's participation in political affairs. Yes, right. The elements and the circumstances that affect the voters when they exercise the vote. No. So answer is A. Which of the following is not function of election commission? Amendment of the constitution, it is not their function. So answer is A. By which amendment of the Indian constitution was voting age reduced from 21 years to 18 years? It was 61th amendment. Answer is B. Consider the following statement. In India, every citizen of the age of 18 has right to vote. Yes, it is. Elections are held in India according to the principle of adult suffrage. Okay, that is also true. Only first is correct, only second is correct, both statement is correct. So answer is C, both statements are correct. First and second both are correct statement. Now let's move to the fill in the blanks. Okay, first question is the Constitution of India sets up a dash government in country. So here it would be democratic country in the democratic government in the country. Question number 2, dash equality is on one of the main principle of democracy, political equality. Question number 3, the operational aspect of the adult franchise provides political dash to the people of India, political education to the people of India. Then India is a country inhabited by many religious and many linguistic minorities, cultural minorities भी हम लिख सकते हैं यहाँ पे. There is a decline of dash of political leader in the country, credibility, decline of the credibility of political leaders in the country. Question number 6, Article 324 of the Constitution provides for the adult suffrage. So here 324, education enables the dash to evaluate. Education enables the electorate to evaluate the program and the policies of the different political parties. So education is very important if democracy is to work properly. Next is dash condition. Economic condition is a factor which plays an important role in determining the voting behavior of Indian people. So here, economic condition. India is a secular country. Religious dash. So religious fundamentalism is one of the is on the increase in the Indian society. That is true. Mm, so here fundamentalism would come. The state of the Indian Union have been organized on what basis? Linguistic basis. You know that language के भाषा के आधार पे organize किया गया. Next question is the Indian Constitution recognizes dash languages included in the Constitution schedule of the Constitution. Which schedule? Here and what? So it is 22. Now it is 23 languages in fact, and it is included in 8th schedule. On the eve of election, all political parties issue their election manifestos. So here it would come manifestos. Question number 14 is dash cult. Dash cult means personality cult plays an important role in electoral politics of our country. Here is will be personality cult. At the grassroots level of organization is the dash officer in every district, returning officer. At the grassroots of the organization is the returning officer. Okay, the next question is the Indian foreign policy is described in part and article this. It is in uh, part 4, article 51 of the Constitution. So this would be the answer. Here it should be part 4, right? Here it is wrong. Let's move to the next question, true and false. In India, the principle of universal adult suffrage has been adopted. True or false? True. The democratic system does not recognize differences among people on the basis of religion, caste, color, creed, etc. True. The principle of universal adult franchise is based on the theory of popular sovereignty. That is also true. India is world's biggest democracy based on universal adult franchise. That is also true. The system of universal adult franchise is quite essential for the maintenance of national unity. True. The direct election makes people conscious of their rights and duties. It is also true. The system of direct election is most suitable for a country vast enough in size and population. Not true. False. Indirect should be adopted. Indirect system of election for the vast countries. The system of indirect election increases the chance of corruption and bribery. Yes, that is also true. Majority of Indian electorate are well educated and they have interest in the political affairs of the country. That is false. They don't have. They are not much educated and they don't have much interest. Unemployment and under unemployment are the major causes of poverty in India. That is true. The Indian society is free from caste influence. False. Too much influenced by caste system. India is a secular country. That is true. The organization of states on linguistic basis has to satisfy all the linguistics communities in India. That is true. 13 is true. The organization in linguistic basis has to satisfy all the linguistic. That's not all the linguistic, the major linguistic. So it is false. I'm sorry. The election commissioner can be removed from his office without the recommendation of Chief Election Commissioner of India. That is false. In our country, a few of political parties become active only at the time of election. That is true. India is a country with numerous types of diversities. Yes, that is true. A good electoral system is the bedrock of genuine representative government. That is also true. The Union of India consists of 29 states, 8 union territories. It was earlier, now it is 28 states and 8 union territories. Universal adult franchise makes the peaceful change of government possible. Yeah, that is true. So these were true and false questions. Let's move to the one word or one line answers type questions. How can popular sovereignty be implemented? It can be implemented through adult franchise. How many general elections have been held till date? 1718. What makes the Indian democracy largest in the world? The largest number of the voters in India makes it the largest democracy. What is the political participation? Political participation refers to the wide spectrum of political activities ranging from simple act of voting to widespread political activism in political process. What do you mean by electoral participation? The participation of the people's participation in the election. It is. What is the another name of people's participation? Political participation. What was the percentage of electoral participation of Indian voters in the 17th Lok Sabha election? It was 67% around. What stands in the way of understanding problems of our country? Illiteracy. What is issued by political parties before the election? It is manifesto, election manifesto. उनका घोषणा पत्र होता है. How do candidates manipulate voters? Candidates go to homes of the voters and make personal requests for their votes during the election campaign. What is the tenure of Chief Election Commissioner? 6 years. How can the President remove the Chief Election Commissioner? The President can remove the Chief Election only if an address by each House of the Parliament is supported by majority of total membership of that House and by majority of not less than two-thirds of the members of the House President voting. Who allots symbols to the political parties? Election Commission allots. Write down the composition of delimitation commission. 3 members, 2 members being serving a retired judge of the Supreme Court, High Court, while the third member is Chief Election Commissioner as an ex officio member. Write one function of Election Commission. It examines the accounts of electoral expenditure submitted by the candidate after election. What is the function of returning officer? The returning officer receives the nomination of papers of the candidate for election. What do you mean by general election? General election means the election which takes place after the expiry of full term of elected body, that is known as general election. Normally we call Lok Sabha election the general election. What is midterm election? Midterm election means that election which is held before the expiry of the full term of an elected body. When is by-election held? By-election is when the seat of an elected legislator falls vacant because of death, resignation, or removal of that member. Then it is by-election. Which act reduced the voting age from 21 to 18? It was the 61st Amendment Act 1989. Which system of representation is prevalent in India? Territorial representation. Write down the function of delimitation commission. First function is it define the boundaries of the parliamentary and constituent assembly. Main function of delimitation commission is to ensure division of constituencies on the basis of latest census figure to maintain fair representation of the population. Now, what is the main function of election commission? The main function of election commission is to conduct election for parliament and state legislators and to prepare electoral rule. How many Lok Sabha elections, 17 and 18, have been held so far? What principle of establishment has been adopted in India? Universal adult franchising. What do you mean by voting behavior? Article 324 of the Indian Constitution provides for the adult suffrage, which implies person who are 18 year or more age are entitled to exercise their right to vote, election, elect their representatives, and this is called voting behavior. What do you mean by direct election? Direct election means when people directly participate in electing their representative, a direct method of election. Write down one merit of direct election. Direct election makes people conscious of their rights and duties. How many how can the defects of direct election be removed? So there should be well organized party system to remove the defects. What is the meaning of adult franchise? Adult franchise means all the adults who have attained the age of 18 have right to vote without any discrimination of any kind on the basis of caste, color, creed, gender, etc. So these were the questions, small questions from the chapter electoral system. Best wishes, take care. Meet you in the next lesson.